Hello everyone and welcome to Aqua Garden. Today's video is going to focus on the fish loop. So we're going to start by telling you just the beginning of our story. When we were first designing our first prototype system, we were also deciding what types of fish did we want to use in that system. And a little bit of research we had done, the obvious choice was tilapia. That's what it seemed like most aquaponic producers use. They had good growth rates, produced a lot of nutrients, and they're very challenging to kill, very hardy fish. And then you can also reproduce them on your own without too much trouble. But we found pretty quickly after doing a little bit of market research that they weren't in high demand in our area, and they're also not from our area. We got into this whole project, our tower farm, because we're big believers in local food production. And in our area in Wisconsin, there's not a high demand for them for table fare. And we also just wanted to focus on a fish that was more representative of this area. So picking from fish that are native to Wisconsin, we first decided to try yellow perch. Yellow perch, mostly because the original Wisconsin fish fry was a yellow perch coming out of Green Bay, so we kind of wanted to try to revitalize that, and we liked what we heard about the potential for reproducing them in outdoor ponds. Pretty quickly we realized that perch, it did okay, but they really like to try to jump out of tanks. They also like to, if there's any tubing that they could get into, they like to go up in there as well. Obviously you size your system correctly, that won't happen, but in our prototype system, those types of things were happening occasionally. And we also found out, talking with aquaculture professors, that you don't necessarily want to mix an outdoor system with an indoor system, so that reproduction piece we were thinking with the yellow perch didn't really serve as a pro anymore. So another fish that we were always interested in trying that we finally did were walleye. So we first started off with a Green Bay strain of walleye, and they were in our prototype system, and they traveled with us to this system here. So they've been with us for almost 2 years now, and the walleye are a lot hardier than you'd think. Walleye can actually, instead of thinking cold and clear water for best growth rates, walleye actually prefer about 70 degrees, which is the same temperature that we keep our plant environment at as well. So the benefits that made us choose the walleye for our system, number one was the temperature agreement between our plants and our fish. Makes keeping the environment really straightforward for us. Also, they're very marketable in our area. They're in high demand, and they have there's very little production of walleye in the United States in general. So we thought it was a great fit for us. But that doesn't mean walleye don't come out with their challenges too. Number one is cannibalization. This is especially when the fish are younger, from that day 0 to the time until they are 5 or 6 inches in length. Something you can do and something you need to do if you have very young fish is adding clay to the water and making it more turbid, so a little cloudier. This makes it much more challenging for walleye to find each other, makes it easier to find their food, but also with the food, helping with not having them cannibalize so much. You want to feed your walleye on 24-hour belt feeders, which we have right here. So these are all automatic, not electric at all. So the belt, you just pull the belt back and then put your food on it, and then it slowly trickles into the tank throughout the day. This is to ensure that any fish that's hungry has access to food within your tank. So you always do end up having a bit of a hierarchy. When you have fish in a tank, you'll have your bully fish, and then you have your fish that get bullied, unfortunately. To stop that bullying so much, to stop the cannibalization, you just need available feed in the tank all the time. So any fish that is hungry can eat. So these fish are about 3/4 of a pound to a pound, 14 inches long, and they're pretty feisty. You can see their eyes, they really have a reflective eyesight that helps them hunt at night in the wild.